Make sure everything's turned. Is everything on?
I don't know. Okay, so hello channel. Guess what? It's October 30th. Although when this is uploaded, it'll be the 31st. And we tried doing a series of Halloween gaming videos, but guess who failed miserably? All of us. We all failed.
So we got a treat though. I had a okay. So here's the lore. I had a.
Oh, there's lore.
Feel better. So a friend of mine. We're gonna make up a story. We're gonna go Dick Wolf on this.
Dick
So
Wolf.
This is based on a story by a friend of mine and her current events, but it's all gonna be made up. So if anybody listens to this and be like, I know her, like, no, you don't, because the story I'm about to tell.
No, you don't.
It's based off of her. Why is my recorder being done? How's the phone?
Inspired by #true events.
Oh God, that was scaring the shit out of me. My thing paused, but it was just glitching out. Yeah, it's inspired by true events. So this person, this new person, based off my friend's past events, we're gonna call her Catherine. Sure, why not?
I was gonna say big titties.
Okay, you know what? Big Titties. Big Titties is her name. So Big Titties and Sparkle Dick Fuck have been dating for 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a toxic as fuck relationship. Big Titties, through self-confidence from her friends, decides to end this toxic relationship and stopped being psychologically abused by Sparkle Dick Fuck. So, in that regard, Sparkle Dick Fuck goes on his social medias and posts what we're about to see.
Oh no! Oh no! Is this what this is? Is this what this is? Oh, I
This
hate
is what that
relationship
is.
posts on social media. This will be
Oh,
cringe.
It's gonna be bad. Am I looking on the right thing? Did she? Oh no, she texted it to me. I was trying to download it from the. She likes the using the Kick Messenger because she has minutes on her phone.
Oh.
So.
Yes.
Okay, so I
the
gotta-
traditional first step into phonehood, and mostly the same consistent step for anyone who.
Oh my God!
Doesn't
All right, so I'm gonna have to
have a
edit
phone
this
plan.
out when I put it up.
You're gonna be what?
I don't think it shows the guy's actual.
Just like you can just like
Username.
scratch it out and censor it, and since we're not using names, no one knows.
It's not his real name, it's his username on the respective website, and I feel like anybody familiar with this website would recognize it, so I'm just gonna scratch that out.
Well, yeah, scratch it all out. I mean, it's gonna show up.
Except for the main course.
Yeah. Well, just the names. Make sure no one knows who's who, even if it is a username. But like,
Yeah, I'm just
still.
gonna scratch out all identifiers, because I'm assuming this is a popular underground website.
What is it?
I'm not gonna describe what kind of website it is, because then people will probably guess it, so... But
Really?
it's this popular website for things. I think you might even know it, I don't know.
Ugh.
To access any permission, apparently. Oh, no, wait, never mind.
I'm
yes, fucking Discord, stop. Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So here's all of our pieces
Oh
of
man, you've really been
informations.
building up the cringe here. Okay. You want me to read it out loud?
Well, I'm putting them all up first.
Oh
So this
wow,
is the
this
first
is a lot.
one.
Oh
The first one is
no.
the one that says. The first one is that's. Can you even read it?
For the most
I
part.
had to take a screenshot.
Okay.
Do
Do you want me to read all of
alright,
this?
Can you Well, first there's his username. What did I call him earlier? Sparkle Dick something.
Sparkle dick tits. I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah. So I think it might be easier if I download it. Is it legible, or do you need me to
No,
download it?
no.
and
There's
post it?
actually certain parts I can't read. This is a
Okay, then
lot.
I'll download it. Yeah, the guy had a total meltdown. And I read it and I'm like, this is the most, I told her, and I mean this, this is the most pathetic thing I have ever read in my entire life. I'm not even kidding.
I mean, I've read some pretty pathetic shit, so the bar is set pretty
don't-
high for me.
Is it?
It
Alright,
is,
well,
but
I'll
we'll
have to
see.
send this
We'll
first
see.
part again.
We'll see.
Alright, hopefully it's more legible now that I downloaded it. So
I'll-
this is part
Okay.
1. Is it more legible?
Indeed.
Or is it still...
All right, you ready?
So, are you ready for the go for it?
Okay, so this is just his account, not the post. He says,
Yeah, I'm gonna all that stuff, all that information up there. I'm gonna cross that out too, cause sexuality and all that. Yeah, that's
oh
all
man, I
gone.
can't. Oh wow, it's actually really hard for me to read this.
Oh, he's a fellow. Well, I'll bleep this out, but he's a fellow crowd.
Oh yeah, I feel good. Man, I can't read most of it.
I kind of.
Here, hold on.
can.
Open original. Still can't. Let me see if I zoom in. Oh wow, this
I
is
might
hard
have
to
to
read.
because I can see it on my phone.
About
Maybe if I
me.
just
Notice, I will not be sharing photos or with anyone unless I with anyone.
It's the name of the website, so don't worry about it.
Okay, unless I get to know you well, and I'm certain we will be meeting in person. Otherwise, my profile pic is the only pic you'll get of me. Hi, I've been involved in the blank community for a long while now, and I thought it'd be cool to get to know people who are as weird as me. For the most part, I'm just looking for some friends. I'm also currently seeking blank or play partners, but only if we get to know each other first and meet in real life before we do any. What? What does that mean? Ew. I'm not ready for a relationship quite yet. Oh, this guy.
Oh, by the way, this was posted before they broke up, months before they broke up. This was the final straw on the camel's back.
Oh,
if I
that's
didn't mention
horrible.
that.
But hopefully,
Yeah.
with time and change, that will change. Oh, so he wasn't ready for a relationship quite yet because he was already in one. If
Yeah,
I were
'cause
to
he
get
was-
into a relationship, though, THO, I'd be looking permanently for an. Oh, for an. I'd
It
be
gets
looking
worse, my friend.
primarily for an open/polyamorous one.
So I want a girlfriend,
Oh.
but I want to stick it in everything.
Oh. Oh, gross. Okay, this is getting slimy, and we're not even like a paragraph in.
This is just the bio.
I need to see different people to satisfy both my need to dominate and my need to submit.
None of which was disclosed to Sparkle Candidates.
Oh, I need to like purge myself of the slime.
I think from what the reading is, some people might figure out what this website is, but they won't figure out the name.
I don't know. I don't care. But I won't submit to anyone unless I feel very comfortable with them. I'm assuming he doesn't care if you feel comfortable with him if he quote unquote dominates you.
Yeah, no, he just wants you to bite the pillow and bleed.
I'm blank, so if I like blank it, I
Don't see what-
can't read. It doesn't matter what your gender is. I could possibly also make a one-on-one relationship work too. It all depends on the person. But again, this is all down the line once I heal from some bad experiences. Like currently.
You mean the experience of you jewing over Kitty Sparkle Tits? Oh yeah, great guy.
Okay, and then it's just a bunch of gross
Me
sex
and my
stuff.
tiny dick. This is the guy who fucking the RAR XD kid who gets mad when his girlfriend takes his jacket and ring pop.
No, this guy's just a straight up douchebag. And then like he goes on about his
I want you to whip me, but don't tell my girlfriend.
he goes on about a bunch of gross bullshit, which I'm not going to read, but it's very gross and nasty and makes me uncomfortable. I'm not going to read it out loud.
Yeah, don't go. You can skip that if you want. The bigger clusterfuck is now.
Is breakdown?
Is the stuff that's more clear. Back up the two things I sent you. There's his main profile, this bit, and then the two other screenshots. Can you actually read those? I don't know what the fuck this is.
I can read his little profile. Hold on. Or not his profile, but his little post. Let me read that real quick.
Is this like a message board or what?
I don't know. Okay. So his post is one of the worst feelings. Having to let go of a toxic person you're still attached to. I know it too well. It's ironic to me that manipulative, abusive people are often the hardest to leave, but I've come too far in my healing journey to be a slave to my feelings, but definitely to be a slave to anyone who's not my significant other. To let someone fuck it all up. Oh, this is so fucking grimy. I have
Dude,
to.
this get like
I have to.
post is like, I left the girl, but it's like, fucking, they were still together during this, and then she's like, oh, this is toxic, bye.
I have to and will do what's best for me. I have to stop being so empathetic towards people who hurt me and others. I'm going to stop worrying about what's going to happen to them when I leave and worry about what's going to happen to me. Life is for the strong, and I'll gladly watch from a distance as these weak parasites tear each other apart. Okay. Oh.
Do you like the post by Andrew Ryan here?
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I'm about to read that, but that is fucking... Oh, that's so dumb. I hate it. Okay, so...
No, I meant the post you just read. Fucking, these parasites, I'm going to build a city under the sea where we can fucking whip each other and cheat on our significant others. Who's with me?
It's gross.
Someone's going to be smuggling in Bibles, and he's going to be like, hey, I'm the only one that's allowed to be whipped around here, boy.
Oh, this is awesome. Here's
Yeah,
his...
see this clusterfuck?
His loves and his... Okay, here we go. Name. Blank. Religion. Atheist. 3 of
Go
my
for it.
fears. Re-experiencing the past. Biowarfare and tornadoes spelled not how tornadoes is spelled. He spells
Good
tomatoes,
job.
but with tornado in front of it.
You know what? I'm gonna put the Thames face. Instead of just blanking it out, I'm gonna put the what is it? Thames? Like the creature, the shop merchant
Temmie.
from Undertale.
It's Temmie.
I'm gonna put an emo Temmie where his fucking thing is.
Okay, 3 things I love. Long, cheesy movies, free thinkers, and anything Halloween.
Oh, he's so edgy. Don't you just want him?
I don't at all. My best friend, a
Oh,
dude from work. Last song I listened to, Living Dead Girl, Rob Zombie.
Oh God, he
Turn-
likes Rob Zombie.
Turn-ons, intelligence, not being afraid to stand for what you believe in, cheating. I threw that one.
Wait, what?
No, I said I said that. It's not
Oh,
in there.
I thought that was actually in there. I was gonna be like, oh God.
People who challenge me. Okay. Turn-offs. Judgmental people, liars and hypocrites, people who talk too much, poor table What? Poor table manners.
Are your elbows on that table? My dick is just absolutely flaccid.
You better get
I
that
think my
napkin
neighbors
on your
just heard
lap.
me I think my neighbors just heard me scream that.
These titties are soft. All right, how many
I need some salt on these motherfuckers if I'm gonna suck them.
Okay. How many
I need some brown table salt for this ass.
How many tattoos and piercings I have? 5 tats. Gonna get more though. And earrings in both ears.
You see this picture of Courage the Cowardly Dog I got on my left nipple? It represents the fleeting childhood. The fleeting essence of child in me.
From my titty.
Yeah, right on this titty.
Right on this. The reason why I joined blank. To make new friends. Learn more about and look for oh, no. This is bad. You were right. This is really bad. Something I really, really want. A really big house. Really is spelled R-L-L-Y, and I is not capitalized. Relationship status, single. Even though Reid has emphasized
Bullshit.
that he was not. Meaning behind... I'm not going to read that.
Not.
This is so... Okay, this is the part that makes me fucking cringe. Meaning behind
What?
my username. I'm a hippie in the sense that I fucking love yoga, meditation, mandalas, psychedelic art, peace and happiness, etc. The... Shit. I fucked it up. Where am I?
Dude, this dude also likes frisbee golf. I'm not even kidding.
And peace
Could
and
you imagine
happiness.
this? This is the ladies' man. This is the hero that will save the day with his fucking frisbee golf of doom. He'll run into danger. He's gonna go back in time and stop Columbine by kicking in the door and throwing a frisbee at their heads.
Oh, dude. Look what his favorite movies are. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Dude, that was just a bunch of little girls being weird. I own that movie.
Begotten, The Dictator, Sacha Baron Cohen's quality comedy, The Dictator,
Oh my god.
Harold and Kumar, Braveheart and Gladiator. Okay.
That makes me never want to watch any of the Harold and Kumar movies again.
Favorite songs. Oh,
I swear to God, if fucking White Castle is on here somewhere.
you ready for this?
What?
This kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Favorite songs. Blood Honey, Marilyn Manson. Into Chaos We Climb. Thy Art Is Murder. Look What You Made Me Do.
Didn't you say
Taylor
this
Swift.
man like Rob Zombie earlier?
He did, but the last one is a Taylor Swift song. Favorite bands. Marilyn Manson, Motionless in White, Chelsea Grand, Mastodon, Thy Art Is Murder, Beartooth, Nirvana. Ew, Beartooth! Why is Beartooth on here?
You know what? I didn't know what to expect when we got to the bands, but I appreciate this. You're just like, no. I actually like Rob Zombie, which makes me sad.
It makes me sad because I like none of these bands, and it's gross. Except Nirvana and sort of kind of Marilyn Manson sometimes. Motionless in White and like Chelsea is like making me feel gross, and Beartooth is just funny because the guy from Beartooth is a rapist. Things that upset me: mouth noises. Whatever. I'm not gonna read that. 3 things that make me happy. You feel good about that?
Yeah, that was necessary.
You feel happy with your decision to do that, Reid?
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking close in on this man's mouth when I do that too.
Yeah, I feel good about that. Shit.
It's not only a happy Halloween for me, but it's a happy Halloween for
It's a happy Halloween for everyone. In my mouth.
In my mouth. Get in me.
In my... We're gonna gross everyone out who watches this.
In my mouth. Where it's moist and delectable.
Okay, no. Okay, this is...
This Strange is gonna hear this and never want to talk to us again.
I really don't want to read the second one. It's gonna be worse.
You know you wanna. You got it. It's the Cringe.
Okay. What I find attractive in other people. Fiery passion. Fresh brewed from the soil? What? Okay. This is weird. Fresh brewed from the soul. If you're not some lukewarm. What? What?
Do you have a lukewarm soul, Sebastain?
I have a bitter...
Does your girlfriend walk up to you and go, Sebby, I love you, but your soul is just lukewarm?
Oh, Sebs, your soul's a bit lukewarm. We're gonna have to talk about this whole relationship. Okay. This is... Sheep or a person... What?
He likes sheep? What?
Okay, this is what I find attractive in other people. He says... What I find attractive in other people, they have to be a sheep.
If the one Scottish viewer I have on my channel sees this, well, that's one less subscriber.
That's just 1 out of like 20.
I have like 100. Suck a dick.
Oh, I thought you meant on the LP Brothers channel.
I said my channel. I don't know. Do we have a Scottish viewer on our channel?
We're gonna have to look at our demographics.
Well, now we don't. There we go. We've just isolated that demographic. All of Scotland hates us.
Okay.
It's okay. They can't think on their own. They're still English. It's fine.
Oh, this past part's gross. Sheep or a person about everything and have some character. I really admire that.
I admire. I was gonna make a furry joke, but now I don't want to isolate the furries too. Like he's just looking at people and he's like, "I like your sheep costume."
Hey,
he goes to cons and
you like haggis?
Oh my god! I wish we had time for you to talk about rainforest, but we still got a lot more to go.
We'll just link the Rainforest Internet Historian video for anyone who wants to.
Oh yeah, I forgot you saw that. When I saw the crinkling part, I'm like, if Sebastain sees this, he's gonna be like. He's gonna be sad for his people.
That had me on the floor, but yes, also very sad for my people because I love I'm no longer really part of that community, but I loved the few furries I knew, and I must say, that whole thing made me sad.
Some assholes walking around with diapers. Would you rather hang out with the diaper people or this man? No. Let me rephrase that. Would you rather hang out, like as a friendly hangout with the diaper people, or go on a date with this man?
Oh, diaper people.
Is this how you crinkle?
Oh, don't even say crinkle. I hate that that's what they're called. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm getting weak on the inside. My
Is
like
this how you crinkle,
my
Dad?
my muscles. My muscles are like melting from the cringe. Okay.
The cringiest thing I actually saw the other day, real quick, was it was a gay relationship between a father and son, and they switched roles.
Oh no.
So like in their bedroom
No.
phonophony,
No.
the fucking son was the dad and the dad was the son.
No. No.
Happy Halloween!
I need that image of JonTron just like no.
I'll just play the whole gift.
Okay. Oh, someone I miss. Nobody. Everyone who leaves my life does so for a reason, like they were never worth it in the first place.
Like they were. Oh yeah.
Whatever. Fuck this.
Except, you know what? No one ever willingly leaves me except everybody. They just don't understand me. I need to move to Los Angeles.
Oh.
Everybody understands me there. I'm so cultured.
Oh my god, dude, that was the perfect fucking South Park goth impression. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, this one is.
Would you like to buy my poetry? I'm a struggling artist.
Okay, I don't like this one. This one hurts. Someone I love, my friends. If weapons were friends, you better believe I got your back. And I'm not just your average fake friend who will bail when something gets wrong? Something goes wrong, okay.
Now, if my friend sees this part and gets upset, it's okay. We love you.
Alright, man, I don't wanna read any of this.
Yeah, you do,
No,
boy.
I don't.
This is your deliverance.
Yeah, this is me
I'm
getting
the guy,
butt
I'm the
raped.
guy, instead of fucking you in the ass, I'm making you read cringy shit. You're gonna squeal like a pig, boy, when you read this next bit.
3 things that annoy me easily. Sheep, bandwagon mentality, complainers, condescending people. But like,
They just don't understand me.
but he just like called himself like a hippie and like talked down to everyone who's ever quote unquote left him, and he's like complaining and like Okay. Favorite animal has to be alpaca. Their faces. I'm done. I don't.
You're gonna tell us about the alpacas.
Oh.
Give us a 5-point essay on why alpacas are great, and quote this man.
I don't wanna
This
do
man
it.
is going to be your major citation. You have to interview him about alpacas.
You ready for
and
this?
how cultured he is. Sure.
All-time favorite stores: Spencer's, Hot Topic, Sleeping Tiger, and Walmart.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god, favorite foods: sushi, steak, swordfish, burritos, the blood of my enemies.
Did he really put the blood of my enemies?
He put the blood of his enemies.
This
Okay.
dude's trying to claim
I'm
he's
done.
a hippie and he's
I'm
free
done.
and spiritual
I'm
and
done.
shit, and he's like, yo, I like Walmart though.
This has consumed the first like 20-something minutes of the podcast. We're moving on. No.
So, you want to go on to something even more devastating, eh? I will give you one last chance to back out to the next devastating topic.
Shit.
Rock in a hard place. I have such sights to show you, my friend.
All right. Well, all I can say is that it hurts that this man exists, and it hurts even more to know there's people even cringier than him. Because there are.
Yeah, I'm glad my friend, I mean not my friend, my sparkly titty fuck finally was like, yeah, this is bad.
This is bad. Look at this fucker.
This was before, too.
Yeah, like
They...
like he was
ass.
like,
All right.
Whatever. What's the next thing? Fuck it. Gross.
So guess what?
What?
I decided to try out some dating apps because fuck it, I was bored, right? So I downloaded this one. I got a recommendation from my friend. I downloaded this app called Meet Me, and just to see how it goes. And I
Ew.
get some really cool people, actually. I made a friend who's really into archaeology. I made a friend who's really into archaeology.
Oh,
And
is
we've
she
been talking
going
about
to
history
Jurassic
stuff.
Park later?
Hardy, har. Brain work. So, but yesterday I met a cougar, and it went down south pretty bad.
Oh boy, you met a cougar?
I got a cougar. I now know what it's like to receive unsolicited nudes because I had a cougar send me nudes.
Oh, gross!
And she lives, I'm not going to say where she lives, but she lives like an hour away from me, and she was trying to solicit me to come have like a midnight fling.
Ooh, what?
I told you I've been playing the Advanced Warfare, right?
Yes.
And it was in the middle of me playing Advanced Warfare. I get this ping. I'm like, oh, there's a person. And we're kind of talking back and forth. She starts flirting. She sends me this first thing. I'll put this up on the screen. It doesn't show her face. It's fine. This I'll put up. I won't put the other one up because we'll get flagged for nudity. But I'm like, okay. I start being more and more awkward. I'm like, I don't know how to deal with this. Hello?
Yeah, I'm
And
here.
so finally she puts this up, and I'm not one to spread around other people's nudes, so I'm only going to show Seb's, the first one, not the actual one. But the second one she sends me is like the full body foray, and I'm just like, I feel really uncomfortable.
Oh,
Goodbye.
dude. See, like,
She's
it's
like
not bad that she's
34.
like an older lady. It's the fact that she was like seeking out a younger person specifically for
I'm
intercourse.
19. It is listed explicitly on there that I am 19 years old.
Oh, and not to
I will
mention
turn
like the fact that she
20.
like just straight up sends it to you and is like, "Hey, you want to come bang?" It's like, no, you could at least
It
like
was
before you seduce a young man, at least take him to a nice like dinner or like game of bingo or.
She wanted a game of it. She's 34, not 85.
Oh well, then she's not like 100% a cougar.
She's kind of a... Okay, well, you know what? There's a huge fucking age gap. I'm not going to do the math, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 20 years.
You said she's 35.
No, she's 34. I made
34.
the
That's
85
14 years.
joke. That's 14 years.
Or
Holy
15.
shit.
That's 15 years. Sorry, forgot. To
That's
carry
a
it
number of years. That is way too many years.
I mean, for me, like when it comes to a relationship, like as long as it's not a specifically sex-based relationship, an age gap's not a huge issue. Like it bothers me if an older person, male or female, is seeking out sex specifically with like a younger male or female only because they're younger. It's a little odd, but it
I
doesn't.
looked on her... Oh, go ahead.
The only thing that would bother me is a person like that would seek out sex specifically. If there's like a relationship that's like a nice, okay one between like, I don't know, a 45-year-old chick or dude with a like definitely consensual age, like above
Right.
above 17, or I guess above 16 if you live in Texas.
Now, I'm 19, so there's no... There's,
Yeah,
like 19 is the year that there can be no murky water. 17, 18, there's murky water because I think in some states, I'm not too sure about this. I might have confused this with the 17-year-old thing, but it's either you're 17 or 18, X amount of months after you've turned that age, you still can't be fucked. I don't
Really?
know what it is, but once you...
I mean, that makes sense. I like that a lot because it's like,
Yeah,
now
it's
you
like
may
when
have
you're
just turned of age, but really
Yeah, you
give
can't,
it a
like,
think.
Yeah, you still can't, like, you couldn't fuck someone on their 18th birthday. There's still murky water. Someone can still make an argument that you possibly fucked them when they were... Because you have a date, you have a time you were born, so if you fuck someone on their birthday in the morning and they were born at night, that could be argument. But I'm 19 years old. I'm turning 20 next year, like in 4 months, so
Well,
there's
all
no
I'm-
argument with me.
Basically, all I'm trying to say is that, like, it's just... the fact that the initial intent was, like, intercourse is what gets
Literally just fuck me. Come fuck me.
gross.
And she wanted nudes, and I'm like, okay, I'm closing this conversation now.
Oh, yeah, don't... The lesson, children, is
looked-
don't do dating apps. Although, also, I don't want to see the picture. Please don't put me through this.
Well, no, then I'll just put it up. She sent me one just in underwear, and then one where she was fully naked. Again, I don't want to be that douchebag that spreads around other people's nudes.
No.
But this like it was innocent, kind of innocent. Like I think it's okay if you want to flirt with someone after X, like not immediately, but if you want to flirt with someone after X amount of time and you send them a picture of you like in lingerie or something and you're still covered, that's fine.
See, for me,
the
it's
first
like
picture I don't have a problem with.
Generally speaking, yeah, because like I don't think casual sex or like initial intercourse is a good thing. I think you should really like know a person first, because that's like
if you're teasing someone, that's fine.
no, even then, it's like I feel like you should have a little bit of interaction with the person first, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like and I don't mean like an hour-long conversation. I mean like maybe date 2 or something.
I would say like 3 months, no matter how many dates. Like you gotta know their. Like you could go on. Like I know some people who go on 5 dates within the same month. I would say,
yeah.
like, give it 3 months and how many ever dates you want. 3 months, 5 dates. Sure.
I can't wait till
And
we
then
get all the
maybe-
comments calling us liberal cucks.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Okay.
Oh, you got nudes? Oh, yeah, like, fucking. This is not. There's actually an app, called Pure. I saw an article on it. I think it's called Pure or Inspire or something. That is just a hookup app. It's explicitly on there.
Ooh,
In
slimy.
the article, they listed that the app has 3 rules. Who knows if it's followed? Probably not. I think it was number 1. This is just a hookup app, not a dating app. Number 2.
What?
Oh yeah, because it's just an app where you go and you fuck and that's it.
No,
Number
dude.
2,
Gross.
bring contraceptives. Like if you're a dude, they recommend highly like bring condoms. Don't if you have. They say if you have HIV, blah blah blah, they kind of discourage you from using the app. But they say basically use protection, be safe, don't be crazy. And number 3, the kind of like I think it was that after you have 3 uses, like you it's kind of like Pokemon Go in that you shoot up a beacon.
Wait, what?
And then you kind of
what?
connect with. I'll have to find the article again, but the way they were talking about it is you turn it on, and for an hour your thingy is up.
Oh no, ew,
And
dude.
you have a quick blurb and your pictures, and you're just looking for people to bang, and that's it. And then after you put up your little thing 3 times, then you got to start paying for it. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a fucking either a scam or people. Or this is a weird middleman for people who just want to fuck. I don't know.
It's just it's pure slimy douchebaggery, I think.
I think that's why it's called Pure, I believe.
Ew. The true horror, casual hookups.
There are apps like that. I don't know why it's so underground. I mean, more people than not. Like, I'm fine with those apps because I feel like if those apps work effectively enough and there's enough of them, then it clears out the people from regular dating apps and Facebook.
I mean,
And just because I'm assuming it's annoying for people all the fucking time to just have some rando message you and be like, "Hey, you want to hook up?"
yeah, and
these
like
people
send you
have a
like a
place
picture of
to
their cooch or their
cultivate.
dick or something. But for me, it's
Yeah, they're
like,
not harassing people online. They have a
But-
place to cultivate and immediately fuck other people who are the same way.
For me, positivity by proxy isn't really positivity. I can't give
I
it
guess.
in my opinion, I can't give it a positive light because like it doesn't matter. The fact that it still exists is gross. The fact that those people still exist is also gross. And like for anyone
those
who's
people
looking for
exist,
friends on a
genocide.
dating app and they don't have to deal with that less, that'd be a cool like end result, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I still don't like the idea of things like that, like an app where it's like, "Hey, you want to go get the shebang on?" Like I don't like
I like the fact that the app was promoting safe sex, though. That's pretty great. It wasn't just like, "Hey, you want to bang? Fucking take your pants off now. Go."
No, I mean, I like that, but it's like practice safe douchebaggery. It's like
Practice safe
it's like
douchebaggery.
you don't
Can
need
we get that on a T-shirt?
Again, positivity by proxy, not positivity. It's like it's just ew, dude. Hold on, I have way more collective thoughts than this. I just
You need time to brain good.
I'm so tired. Usually by
so
now I've
yeah.
had like 200 cups of coffee, but I've had none.
So,
Gross.
moving on to a topic that, yeah, we're done. It was kind of a bluff. I didn't actually have that many cringy shit to go on. I did.
Damn, I was
though.
excited to get like cause like I was thinking like the whole
Well,
theme
I
of the
do.
horror.
I just didn't want to know if you wanted me to pull it out or not.
The Halloween horror is the cringe.
I kind of wanted to either move on to either Advanced Warfare or talk a bit about what's that one game? Fucking Night in the Woods. I didn't complete it yet, but
You haven't
oh wait,
finished
there was
it?
another thing I saw. What was it? Fuck, I don't remember. I saw a thing and I was like, we should talk about that. Fuck.
Titty.
Titty.
Single titty.
People have been shitting a lot on Shadow of the new. What is it?
Shadow of the Colossus? Why? Oh, because
not
it's
Shadow
killing
of the
Nazis?
Colossus.
Yeah, I saw that. It's awesome.
Yeah, Wolfenstein 2: Shadow of the New Colossus. My thing about it is like a lot of I actually so. I
What's
like that
wrong?
game, but
Okay. My initial
I like
question.
the original, but no one liked it, and now everybody's hailing it as the best Wolfenstein for some reason. It's like all of you hated it. You're all caught up in hype culture. No one has even played no one has even played Wolfenstein 2 yet. Fuck off.
So wait, I'm confused. What's your issue with it exactly?
No, my issue is just with the hype culture. I don't know if it's a good game or not.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so fucking good. I loved the first one.
I do too, but
the hype culture, like, I think is coming from the fact that it's a game where you can straight up just like shoot KKK and Nazis, which was the fucking thing about the first one.
I hate how the devs and the PR team got fucking involved in the politics. It's like you're game developers. There's already enough people ruining the industry. You need to stop.
How are they ruining the industry with it?
No, there are enough people who are ruining the industry by getting politics involved with video games for no apparent reason. Like, I know it's a game where you kill Nazis.
I feel like there was definitely an apparent reason, though. Because, like, these
motherfuckers weren't even, like saying, let's kill actual Nazis from Nazis Germany. These guys were using alt-right and people, like, they were using the SJW's manifesto, and on their little manifesto thing, they call whoever they want Nazis. They don't actually, like, they paint.
No, they don't.
They accidentally paint some people as Nazis, and they call people Nazis.
No, the PR
who
stuff for
Nazis.
like the game is about the fact that like the game is about ridding actual in-game America about Nazis. So they made a lot of statements.
but actual
but
devs
they didn't actually
were
intend to get political first. Like, I mean, even with their little like line, which was "Make America Nazi Free Again," like it was like a little poke at the bear of like the group of fucking Trump hailing Nazis, which does exist. But
no, I mean, like, literally some of the devs were targeting people and saying, you're a Nazi, and we're going to use you for our PR bullshit.
I mean, I didn't see that. All I saw was... all I've seen is just people angry at the game because the game is about killing Nazis, and then angry at the PR team because the PR team went out and said, like, if you're a Nazi, get the fuck out, and, like images of, like, punching or shooting Nazis, and then, like,
yeah, that was their early campaign. Nowadays, they're actually targeting specific groups and people who aren't Nazis, but have just been...
How are they doing that?
Because they listen to this toxic social punch bowl, and so a lot of people will call someone.
Who have they targeted though?
Let me pull up the little thingy I saw. It was like some of the major. They were saying some of the major people were like that were being called Nazis that weren't actually Nazis. Like the Richard Spencer dude is actually a white supremacist. That's not indisputable, but like. People who had his political beliefs sans the, white supremacist thing. They were like, oh, see these assholes? Yeah, go punch them. It's fine. It's like, no, don't. Just, no.
Who said that,
There are
though?
people who are conservative who aren't Nazis. Not every conservative is a Nazi.
I haven't seen a single thing from the new Colossus team about saying, go punch Nazis. I think the whole thing...
Be angry.
The whole thing to me has just been about, like... Hey, the whole Nazi thing going on in America? You know how disenfranchised you feel with it? Come play our game.
Do it.
You gotta shoot them. That's all they've been saying. To me, I don't follow, like, Twitter or where I'm sure most of the shit has gone down. I've only been following the main pages for Wolfenstein, and also a lot of what I've been seeing is on a couple, news sources I follow, like Vice News. But, I mean, a lot of the... publicity.
Personally, I don't think you should be violent anyways. I know that's gonna make people come down on me even harder.
Don't get me wrong.
I
hate anyone who considers themselves to be okay with or to. I hate Nazis. I'll say that, and I do believe Nazis defines people who are super racist and will wear a swastika
I hate actual
or an SS
Nazis,
pin.
not people
and I also will admit
I
hate a good majority of the alt-right, mostly for their tendency to make everything kind of a joke to work in their favor. But that being said, I wouldn't ever incite violence. I would just go, wow, I fucking hate you. but that's it.
I didn't actually. I like the internet. We mentioned him earlier, but I like the internet historian because he's ironically with 4chan, but
Yeah.
He's also been cultivating articles from each side. He talked about Balloon Boy as his own pet project, but then he went on to talk about the bike dude of the bike lock.
Bike lock, bandit
Bike
of
lock
Berkeley.
fugitive of Berkeley.
Oh, fugitive of Berkeley, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who fucking. I don't remember if that guy actually died or not. I don't know if they said it.
No, he's
I know
alive.
he went to the hospital. Is he? Is he fine? Hopefully he's fine. He wasn't even doing anything. He was just trying to get people to not hurt each other.
Wait, who? The bike lock fugitive? Or no, the guy that
No,
the bike lock fugitive
The
hit.
guy that got the
Yeah, he's
Sean
fine.
dude,
He
that
just got a
guy.
concussion.
Okay, good.
No, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that dude.
Like, the internet historian bothered me a little in the beginning because, like, he seemed very much to be, like, super rad with the 4chan shit that was going on. Because, like, the 4chan stuff always kind of, like, bothers me and disturbs me to, like, a very minor degree. But
I went on poll actually just once, and I was trying to wrap my head around how some of these
No.
people are doing it ironically, and some of them aren't, and it all bleeds together. So
To me,
you
it's
can't
like-
tell who's who.
yeah, you can never. Like, it's like the question is unanswerable. The question of how long until it's no longer ironic is almost unanswerable now because there's actual racists and there's people who were like, no, I just did it for the meme. Like, you remember those riots where there was like KKK and like 4chaners like in the streets and people were like beating up a bunch of them and like some like dude with a camera on approached them and like was getting ready to punch him and he like tore off his white shirt and put his hands up. He's like, no, I'm not actually racist, man. I'm not actually racist, I swear. It's like, what? You were just marching with a group of racists. Half of them were Sikh hailing and holding up like swastika flags. Like, what?
Are you talking about when they did the thing with the stupid torches?
I am.
Oh my god, that was dumb. He's like, no, I don't want to actually hurt people. Would you fuck off? That guy, I feel like, to an extent, there's some people who accidentally get too involved in their own joke to realize they're actually doing crazy shit.
No, I don't think
both
there's an
sides have
excuse.
their
If you're
own-
being like a racist and like you're trying to do it
There are
for
some
the
people
meme,
who are that fucking dumb. You would be surprised.
no, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't be. Like,
It's
I can
not a
get-
huge portion of people. I'm not going to blanket.
I mean, I wouldn't
but-
be shocked if like people like that exist because they do, but I
Yeah.
still don't think it's excusable. It doesn't make it okay.
I
It's
think
like you're still
it's
like
not
a racist
excusable,
asshole.
but like 90% of those people were racist assholes, but a few of them were just memers who were
Like
too
the
fucking
pussy that
stupid
tore off
to-
his shirt when the guy approached him. He's like, no, I'm not actually racist, man.
Yeah, that guy. That guy I don't think was actually racist. I think he was just an idiot who took his joke too far and
I feel
thought
like-
everybody was playing around when no one was playing around at that rally.
I feel like he took his joke too far, but was a racist and was also just a massive pussy.
I think it was mostly like he probably thought no one there was serious, and I don't think he understands how far humor goes. It's like if you're just a joke is not an excuse. Like like I like dark humor, but you have to use it a certain way. Like if you just walk up to me and say, "Hey, I rape women," I'm not gonna laugh.
Oh, yeah, those people.
And I don't think. Yeah, I think he's one of those guys to where he doesn't get the difference between someone just rocking up to you and going, "I rape women," and telling a rape joke. There's a difference between those two things, and I think that guy, shirt guy, I think he thinks those are synonymous when there's not. There's a difference between actually doing something and making a joke about it.
I also don't like rape jokes, but that's my own thing. But
Yeah, that's your own thing, but like you see there's a difference between someone trying to incite comedy and someone trying to incite violence.
yeah, and what bothers me the most is a lot of those 4chaners, they're so hardcore into it, like even having like fucking icons of like Pepe and an SS outfit and like going out of their way to do shit like shut DIY venues down or like troll real life people. It's like even if it is like funny to some degree, it's still fucked up and it doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
And like comedy doesn't make something fucked up and shitty okay, no matter how well planned out and how clever you thought it was or it was. Like the Shia LaBeouf stuff, like the He Will Not Divide Us, like I thought him doing that was stupid, and I thought the way Pohl like went super like Mission Impossible on it was funny as hell, but at the same time it got like scary. Like, they fucking hunted shit down in, like, pinpointed locations, and it was like, Jesus Christ.
I think the threshold that was reached was when they started hunting him down.
Yeah.
In Finland or wherever he went.
Yeah.
And then the season 5 that no one paid attention to, not even the internet historian, like the basically what it was is each season or for lack of a better phrasing, weeded out the people who were just having fun. And by the time the only people left tracking down that flag in that room with the fly, the only people seriously trying to track that down were the people who were like viciously trying to fuck up Shia. And it wasn't even Shia dropped out of the project. The new flag that's up, it actually came back. There's a new one which I don't think anybody's gonna pay attention to. After they the one in the room with the fly just kind of ended because they realized it wasn't getting as much hype as the other ones were.
Yeah.
And internet historian said it best when he was like, "This is no fun."
Yeah, it's like this
most
is
people-
just boring.
Yeah, no one's actually taking you seriously with your retarded little flag.
I mean-
so the only benefit to this is having fun. If you literally just sit in a corner where no one can get to you and say "I win," then it's not fun.
Then no one wins.
And again,
you
the
don't
only
win,
people trying
but
to
no one
actually
else
get
wins.
him at that point were the vicious douchebags who really wanted to cause him harm and torture him.
Yeah. Also, like, as much as I, again, hate a lot of the alt-right and the 4chaners, the people that fucking scaled the roof of that museum to steal the flag was kind of badass.
Yeah, those people were having fun. They weren't trying to fuck with anybody. They just wanted
I mean,
to,
I would hope they're
they
not
saw-
racist or sexist, but, like...
I don't think so. I think if you're going to do that, you're going to get caught, you're definitely not going to have anything on your record. I don't think anybody who's actually crazy would be that ballsy.
It was so badass. Like, they fucking scaled it. They even, like, looked the camera dead in the eye and were like, oh, well, we can't steal the flag. We better go.
Yeah, because they fucking zip-tied it down, and then the museum won. Or not the museum, the museum took it down because they're like, yeah, people are literally breaking into our thing.
Yeah,
So
they're
we're
like, this
just taking
isn't
this
going to
down.
work out.
Yeah, we're not going to support your project because people are damaging our property and breaking in, so this is not worth it.
Yeah. I'll
We
also
already
admit,
didn't-
like...
we were already neutral about you in the first place. Now that you're coming with, you don't have enough PR clout over here to stay. You don't even have enough PR clout in your own country to keep shit running. So get out.
Yeah, and like even the initial "He Will Not Divide Us" stream, like there was some funny stuff, but the people the people like shouting like Nazi quotes or like making Nazi references.
That was pretty fucking funny to me. I mean,
I
there were
don't
some
know.
serious
I
people
thought-
there.
Like I thought it was
The
kind of funny at
1488
first.
dude was my favorite.
Fucking hate that guy. His stupid face bothered the fuck out of me.
The 1488 dude and the guy who was singing Snake Eater are both my favorite.
The Snake Eater was good. I like that one a
Yeah.
lot. But again, it's just like I don't know.
Some of those people I bet were actually serious racists, but I bet most of them were just fucking around.
Yeah.
I think the most pathetic part of the entire live stream was when that lady was crying. It's like, this is not that serious. You're not watching the Titanic sink. Calm down. You're with a washed-up TV celebrity who was in like a shitty Indiana Jones movie and had his own TV show at one point. Calm the fuck down.
Was this little speaker?
Huh?
Remember he
what's
found
this little speaker? Yeah.
like the way it's
I couldn't
like what
find that song.
what was this little speaker? This is so
I
good.
would have, if I was gonna do that, I would have fucking played the worst one of that because that one's just a pet meme. It's not that offensive. It's just kind of
Yeah.
It's been more absorbed as their theme than it is offensive. But I would have played an actually offensive song, which was
like Moon Man.
No, worse than Moon Man.
Oh, dude, is there worse than Moon Man?
Okay, I don't know if this is worse than Moon Man, but I think it is because it actually takes a direct stab at Jews.
Oh no.
So
See, like that. My
I
issue is like, I don't think
it's no lyrics. It was a song that was made to make fun of Jews. Basically, like it was the instrumental musical version of all their stereotypes. So it's called like the Happy Little Merchant Sells.
what.
And the background art for it is like the racist or not racist, the prejudiced Jew figure. And it's just this like stereotypical polka music. It makes me laugh so fucking hard. I would have played that.
I think one of the funniest things I've ever seen, which would have been awesome if they'd like found like a cardboard sign and hung it in front of the camera, was like, what's that? The Jew merchant who like rubs his hands together and he's like, just like finding a screenshot of that and sticking that there. That would have been great.
I would have done that, but like if I was good at art, I would have drawn Shia as the Jew merchant.
Oh yeah. No, but like I get to this point and I often think to myself, while I do find a certain degree of political correctness funny, my opinions have changed over the course of a couple years, and I keep thinking about my idea of political correctness, and I realize that a lot of the jokes that these people make are for the sake of political correctness. I mean, that's what /pol is. It's politically incorrect. And it makes me wonder because to some degree I don't like being politically correct for the sake of being politically correct. Like I said, I don't really like rape jokes. Rape jokes kind of bother me because I don't find rape funny personally. If someone's going to make a rape joke, if it's like a cleverly put joke and doesn't have anything to do with being gross or disgusting, like Louis C.K. made a couple rape jokes and
they were fucking great.
I think they're funny, but at the same time, myself, like, do I want to run around shouting jokes about like Jews and Nazis and like 9/11?
Well, again, like my threshold for comedy is when you start hurting someone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is a back and forth I have with a lot of people. I feel like the public sector is free and clear more than the private sector. Like the public sector is way more restricted. My thinking is the exact opposite of how the public sector was treated versus the private. The private sector, depending on what it is, gets more liberties because it's up to the rules of the private sector, private property, private whatever, stands up to the person that owns it, and that person can do whatever the fuck they want as long as they don't break any laws. And the public sector, it's appeasing everybody and their goddamn grandma, which I think is bullshit because if you go too far with that, you start stepping on people's liberties. And to me, the balancing act is finding the happy medium, which doesn't always happen, which is sad.
Yeah, I
feel like if I was a rape victim, I wouldn't go into the public a lot. Because
if you were a what?
If I was a rape victim or a victim of anything that gave me like PTSD, I would be terrified of going into the public. I wouldn't. Because, I'm afraid if I'm literally a person who hears some kind of joke or some kind of media and it makes me freak out, I would be afraid of going into the public. So I understand why a lot of people vie for public spaces being less,
if I may,
vulgar.
I have a certain degree of experiences. I won't say to what degree because I don't like
I get it.
Putting my own shit out there.
People want to be more censor prone because
to me,
people, everybody
has
their own experience.
I don't see a problem with a good amount of offensive jokes, but again, like when you start hurting people, and I think it gets harmful when you're like, rape, LOL, or like, women's rights, LOL. It's like, I feel like to some degree that's not totally cool of you. Now, if you're going to go on your own little like slimy, grimy website and joke about it with your dumb, fat like keyboard friends, then that's cool, I guess. I can't approve of it, but you're not doing anything to me. But when you go out and start shouting like, what is like 1488 or something, it's like, I don't know, dude. You gotta do that.
I feel like it honestly, like in the public sector, it honestly depends on where you are. If you're in a place where no one has to be, then you should be able to almost legally do whatever you want. However,
I mean, it's not like I want it to be illegal. I feel like free speech is free speech.
I know, but
and
like
if you
you're on
ever
like
limit
a bus
it to
or
any
a train,
degree,
calm the fuck down,
Yeah,
like if you're at a place where everybody has to be, that's the places you should limit yourself. That's why I'm fine with like schools being restrictive.
Well, yeah, because
I
it's
used
a
to
fucking
not
school.
be, but now I am because it's like people have to be there.
Yeah. It's like it's the same thing about like shouting fire in a crowded room. It's like, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. Although,
like if you shouted fire outside on the street or something like a dumbass, it's fine. But if you're in a movie theater or in a school or some place that is constricted,
you will literally get arrested.
That if it's a place people gather a lot, or if it's a place a lot of people have to be, then just fuck your civil liberties. It's not just about you.
And I would like to emphasize that I think free speech is important. I think every human being has the right to say whatever the fuck they want, because if we ever limit that, like if we make hate speech illegal, it's like we don't need to do that, because if we did that, we are skewing free speech a certain way, and that, in my opinion, is a slippery
slope. To whoever
slope.
feels like it, yeah.
Yeah, and like it's not shouting like if you say a racial slur, you're not shouting fire in a crowded room. You're being a dickhole in a room of the people that you're insulting, which will get you in trouble. But that's where like society really comes in, and I think that's like really society's rule of law, where it's like you can't
say that.
You can't government limit that.
Yeah, you
because
can
if you
say
did,
the word.
then, like,
by the way, I can bleep it out.
No,
like,
I'm
we're
not gonna
have a video.
I'm not going
later.
to. But the point I'm trying to say is just like I said any racial slur. I'm not. I could fucking like.
Yeah, any of them I'm just gonna bleep out, so don't worry about it.
But
like.
And keep in mind, I have my own
opinions.
opinions.
We said the other day. Yeah, I was gonna bleep out. Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's fine if you say or whatever.
Oh,
No one's gonna hear it though. It's fine because like there's 3 words.
I like how
I've
no one's
seen-
gonna know what was said because you're gonna censor it.
Yeah, but there's 3 words I've seen like slowly make their way out of YouTube's public eye. If you say it, people get pissed. Like with PewDiePie. PewDiePie slipped up and he apologized. He was like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have called the person that because that's really fucking bad. I apologize."
Yeah, like for
And
me,
even
it's like,
after his apology, people still railed him. But the 3 words I've seen just fall out of favor, weirdly, are number 3 on the like from highest to lowest. Number 3 would be. Number 2 would be. Number 1 would be. Anytime
well, I would
see
like to
those
say that
used-
for starters, number 1, for me that makes sense. Like if you're hard R-ing it, it's like you're
Yeah.
being kind of a racist prick. Someone who's attracted to men. I have my own
I've
opinions
slowly
about that.
just seen that gone.
And as for like, as long as you're not like trying to like be sexist, I think kind of a funny word, but it's one of those words where I hear it hit my ears and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I think that's with most people. So those 3 words, and if you guys are wondering what the words are, fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah, you're never gonna
We're not
find
even
out.
just gonna tell you in the comments because fuck yourself. Because as I said, those are the 3 words that I've.
You're gonna have to.
slowly seen.
You're gonna have to censor my comment about
Well,
hard
I got
R-ing.
this. I got this, boys.
You got this. Anyway,
Yeah.
basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like to some degree, you know, your free speech shouldn't be limited at all. Like if you're gonna do something that's harmful to someone, like literally harmful, like panic a room full of people, you shouldn't do that. And I'm glad that's illegal. But if you have like a racist opinion, I don't think that should be illegal. And you know, I've always had the debate about whether it should be illegal to discriminate, like you know, not serve certain races, because that's a thing that's come in. Like you know, it's illegal to discriminate against anyone who's disabled, like in a wheelchair or something. And again, to a degree, that makes sense to me. But at the same time, I'm always debating whether or not that's okay because I have my own opinions about it, and I'm not 100%
It goes
sure what
into
they
like
are.
the whole private property thing. Like I kind of a lot of people hated me because I was on a weird. I thought about it like in a statesman sense. Like you remember the whole pizza thing during 2015 during like one of the major events of the whole gay rights movement was the pizza thing, or the cake thing or whatever, where the couple or the business was like
Oh yeah, the
want to
cake
serve
didn't want
you
to sell
the
to gay
thing.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was kind of, and most people got pissed at me, but I was okay with that, not because I'm anti-gay people, but because I know there's a difference between the private sector and the public sector. I feel like there's a difference between corporations and mom and pop shops. Like if Walmart's not allowed to say, the bigger you get, I think the more regulation you get. Because Walmart's not allowed to say, even though they're a private business, fuck the gays, because they service so many people and they have their claws so deep in our country, they might as well be like a fucking nationalized, service at this point, because they're
yeah.
basically acting like it.
Like
I'm
the
not saying they
NRA.
should be. Don't let the government take away Walmart and nationalize it. That's a bad fucking idea. That's going down some bad paths. But
yeah.
if a mom and pop shop wants to say, like, exercise their private sector rights, go ahead. Just go to another fucking shop. I was kind of annoyed that they, like, if the couple themselves wants to sue for discrimination, fine. But the fact that people were vying for, like, the government to get
Intervention?
involved, yeah, no. No. The government
Yeah, 'cause
shouldn't
that's-
force anybody to
and
do
keep in
things.
mind,
If
I have
people
I have my own issues with like states' rights and whatnot, but that for me is like really
fuck
kind of
states' rights,
it's
fuck
fu-
that. I don't.
is really getting the
care.
tentacles into like people's lives of the government, and for me it's like I feel like it should be, wow, you're racist, and then they
Yeah.
move on. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is like free speech is great. I appreciate it, and I think even if you're a racist Nazi fuck, you should feel free to say like seek hail, but don't expect people to get not pissed off and be like okay with it. And if someone's not okay with it and says their own shit about it and even kicks your ass for it, no one's limiting your free speech. You had
Yeah.
the right to say that, but as a result, people
And I would also
attack
say
you
to
for
the
it.
person, like, I don't want either side, like, I don't condone violence of any sort. Like, yeah, if you're going to be a racist prick, you should expect someone to attack you. But to
Yeah.
the person attacking, I'm also going to criticize them because it's like, don't attack them, you
Yeah.
fucker.
Like,
in
actually,
their
I have a great
worldview,
example.
they are right. People are forgetting that in someone's worldview, they are right. Just like in your worldview, you are right.
A great
You
example
wouldn't want
I
someone
remember,
punching you in the face for being right?
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I remember that happened a little bit ago, I live, for anyone who doesn't know, I live in Dallas, Texas, currently Plano, but I grew up in Dallas, and this happened when I spent a lot more time down there, because I was involved with a couple bands, and there's this really cool bar called, and fucking love this place. It is a great place. You know, you might want to censor the name of the bar because what I'm about to mention might get it in trouble with like anyone who wants to attack it. But a lot of bands play there. A lot of people go there. And there was a guy with a leather jacket with a good amount of pins and patches on them. But he had one pin, which was an actual straight up, you know, SS pin. It wasn't like ironic. It wasn't like a joke pin. It was straight up a classic SS pin. And
was it the 2 lightning bolts?
Yeah. And
okay.
He was attacked for it. And to me, I think it's fucked up that you'd wear a symbol of a nation.
The SS.
Like a symbol of a group of people in a nation that murdered a lot of people. It's the same reason why I would never wear an American flag, because America is responsible for many, many deaths. The same with the SS and Nazism. And so for me, it's like,
I think America, they're not on the same level. They do some
no,
fucked
obviously
up
not.
shit,
We're not, you know, killing a bunch of people en masse, but we've still murdered. We've dropped bombs on a whole nation. So
the United States government has done a lot of shit. I wouldn't wear, like, I'm pretty sure the secret police, sort of, like the CIA and FBI, they have their symbols. So I wouldn't walk around with like an FBI thing, but I would walk around with an American flag, because an American flag is like an entire country.
No, not for me. For me, it's like it's the symbol of like the government, and like it's a good.
No, the government even has their own symbol though. Like each department has their own symbol.
Well, no, for me,
the
I
thing
mean,
would
it's
be
like
not wanting to walk around with like a DHS thing on your jacket.
No, for me, it's like the fact that, you know, again, the SS represents this whole group of people that like went after the Jewish people and murdered them all.
Well,
for me, if I wore the American flag, it'd be
like
similar in the sense that
group.
What?
Like they were a niche group. They were Hitler's personal police after he got rid of his old one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like part of the group of Nazis.
Yeah, but it was Hitler's personal police. It was like everybody calls it Nazi Germany, but that's what fucking Hitler called it. There was a difference between the SS and the Wehrmacht and the General Army.
Yeah.
So the Nazis are not conducive of the entire nation, just a whole lot of fuck of them. That's like saying like everybody over here is
conservative. Well, yeah, no, like I wouldn't say like the American flag is conducive of the whole entire nation, but that being said, what?
It is.
Or well, god damn it, I fucked up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. You don't want to wear you don't want to be an SS person. I got it.
Yeah. So anyway, he was attacked by a couple people there to see a show. Like a couple people were there to watch a show, and there was a bunch of people there to watch a show that night, and 2 people actually walked up to him and started like fucking with him, hitting him and poking and prodding him, and eventually some guy started to fight with him and like punched him in the fucking face. And the bartenders, there was 2 of them, I believe, that night, including the owner of the place. And the owner of the place, I'll look up the article and give you more details so like you can abridge this whenever you edit it. But the owner of the place, who was actually a Jewish person, dragged the people that attacked the SS guy out, but let the SS guy stay because the SS guy didn't incite any of the violence. He was sitting there having a drink, watching the show. And the few people that ended up kicked out, like there was the way this bar works is like it's got and it's like an actual like approved like bar. It's not a DIY venue. It's got the bar to the left, and then the very back of the whole room is the stage, and then there's just an open space where the tables are, and when there's a show, they're pushed to the wall for everyone to sit there. And then at the very end, it's open. Like the building's front is open, but there's a little gate and a little window they put down. They put down the gate for that show, but they had the door open and with the bouncer, like they always do. And they were kicked out, and these fuckers were banging on the gate, fucking shouting at the owners of calling them a bunch of fucking Nazis because they were letting the SS guy stay, and they kicked them out because they were right and the SS guy was wrong, even though, again, this group of people attacked the dude with the SS pin. He didn't do anything. You know?
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
And so that bothered the shit out of me, and that's just like my example. It's like if you incite violence, expect a result. For me, like if I wanted to punch the fucking guy and got kicked out, I wouldn't be mad because I punched the guy. I should get kicked out, obviously. But these people weren't expecting to get consequences for their actions.
Oh my god, dude! Did you see that thing? I'm assuming maybe potentially you've seen the thing where the guys like after the for the past few years, this is going to date the shit out of this video, but for the past few years, ANAFTA has just been getting away with mostly whatever they want. There's been a few skirmishes where the police have done their job, but there was a big major event where ANAFTA was fucked en masse. And it was the first time, it was like, this is a larger example of the story you just told. They weren't expecting consequences. They literally said, we're the good guys, they're the bad guys, why are we in trouble?
That's the same as being like, I own 13 assault rifles to fight the bad guys.
Yeah, but it's the exact same thing with your story. They're like, why are we kicked out? You guys are a bunch of Nazis. We were fighting the bad guy. It's like, but he wasn't doing anything wrong.
You attacked someone.
It's the same thing, and these guys were arrested en masse, and Pol helped out with the police. Like, Pol was like, dude, you guys need to stop. It wasn't even like a Pol versus ANAFTA thing at this point. It was a bunch of people on Pol and the B board going, these people are getting away with whatever they want. We should probably help the police. And it was also Pol and B and 4chan in general that helped the bike lock dude get caught.
Yeah, and he like lost his job and shit.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily an ideology clash at this point. It's people from all fronts trying to keep the country from going into anarchy.
Yeah, and again,
you guys are a problem. I know you feel like your intentions are right, but that doesn't mean burn down the country. Like, if you could be Jesus, and if you're like, yo, I'm going to burn down the United States, I'm pretty sure there's a number of Christians who would be like, no.
They'd be like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, or you could be, I don't know, insert famous thing here, like, let's go for comic books, for an example. If, like, Captain America was like, I'm going to burn down the United States, yo, I'm pretty sure a number of people would go, now, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, because, remember, he was fucking actually part of Hydra.
Yeah. Like, just because you have a good cause, it does not give you, like, you're not fucking Shepard from Mass Effect. You're not the space cop with unlimited powers, okay? You can't just do whatever the fuck you want and get no repercussions.
You're not a Spectre.
Yeah, you're not Superman. Like, and God, some of the propaganda I've seen, like there was the poster, people got mad at the fact they twisted the arguments of just punching whoever, because it was right after the video of Richard Spencer getting punched in the face. A lot of people took to that and they're like, okay, they didn't see punching actual Nazis and actual white supremacists is okay. They saw we can just punch whoever, and if we call them Nazis, it's fine, and that's exactly what fucking happened. And then as people were calling out all these non-appropriate, I mean, punching in general is not appropriate, but they were calling out like all these people punching non-Nazis, and there was a leukemia person who even got attacked because their head wasn't even shaven. They just lost all their hair because they have leukemia.
But someone thought they were a skinhead.
Yeah, someone thought they were a skinhead
That's
and
a
fucking
fear
sucker punched them.
I have like knee-high boots with like super shiny buckles, and I wear it with like this military green sort of trench coat, and I realized I look kind of like a neo-Nazi.
You were there with the Frenchies defending the bunker. Yeah, fun historical fact. The last amount of SS defending the bunker were French.
Really?
Yeah. But anyways, my point being is, like, when people were all calling out these attacks, a bunch of propaganda was made, and one of them I saw was like this American soldier punching or about to punch Hitler, and Trump going, I don't think that's appropriate. It's like, are you guys so fucking delusional? You think you're the guy storming Normandy Beach? You're not. You're just doing whatever the fuck you want.
Although, if we're gonna get to that specific, I would like to say that what happened at that specific incident where Trump was like, I don't think that's appropriate, neo-Nazi dudes did incite in a good amount of the violence, I'd say. And
yeah, let the actual people fight it out. Don't get involved.
And the fact
don't
that like
punch
Donald
random
Trump
people.
was like, didn't call out the actual literal Nazis on the streets for being actual literal Nazis in America, a country that fought the Nazis in the 1940s, was a bit weird for me.
Yeah, that was pretty disturbing. You would think the president would be like, okay, there are Nazis marching in one of my towns. Maybe I should say something.
It's because he's aligned himself with so many alt-right figures. It's like, it's almost like he's at this point.
Yeah,
like,
his base is mostly racists, and he's acknowledged it, but not publicly acknowledged it. He knows these are his people, and he just has to work with it. He's a politician.
Oh.